After successful landing on the moon by ISRO on 23rd of August 2023, a lot of things have changed. On a more non-technical note, the moon has been an important part of our day-to-day lives. Our poets have gone mushy about the moon with a lot of poems written about its beauty, warmth, and desirous attachment. It has captured our imagination for a long time. It has inspired poets, lovers, and dreamers for centuries, resulting in a huge number of idiomatic expressions that incorporate the word moon. It represents something that is so beautiful, cool, and desirable, but we can only see it from a distance and long for it. ISRO has created a possibility of having our own moon too. Let us take a look at some of the interesting idioms and phrases in the English language. I'm sure language is no bar for expressing our fondness and longing for the moon. First is over the moon. This idiom describes someone happy. It is used very frequently to express joy without something that happens for us. For example, something that happens to us. About something that happens to us. For example, I was over the moon when I cleared my CISSP exam. Second, once in a blue moon. This phrase refers to the rare occurrence of 2 full moons within a single calendar month. The second moon appears bluish, hence the expression. It refers to any rare events in our lives. I get to meet my school friends once in a blue moon, can be the example. Third is shoot for the moon. When we aim high and set ambitious goals, we are said to be shooting for the moon. The moon, being distant and seemingly unattainable, represents our biggest aspirations and ambitions. Remember, we don't shoot for the sun. It's too hot and temperamental for us, for our liking, I guess. Fourth idiom is bark at the moon. This idiom suggests doing something utterly pointless or futile. After all, barking at the moon is unlikely to yield any results, as the moon remains unresponsive to howling sounds made by animals like frogs and dogs. Fifth is the dark side of the moon. This idiom refers to the hidden, unknown aspects of a situation or a person. Just as there is side of the moon that always faces away from Earth, there can be hidden aspects to people or situations that we are not even aware of. We even have a Hollywood movie in the Transformers series named after dark side of the moon. Sixth is moonlighting. Moonlighting is holding a second job or engaging in a secondary activity secretly and mostly illegally. It describes the idea of working during nighttime hours, that is in moonlight. Moonlighting has been the talk of the town when companies like Wipro, Infosys, and TCS took strict action against their employees for moonlighting. Seventh is promise the moon. When we promise the moon, we are making grand but often unrealistic commitments or assurances or promises. It's like promising to deliver the undeliverable. Eighth is cry for the moon. It means to ask for something unattainable or unreasonable. Just as crying for the moon would be futile, so is demanding the impossible. 9 is moonstruck. Being moonstruck means being in love or infatuated with someone head over heels. It's like being so enamored by the moon's beauty that it leaves us mesmerized. 10th is the moon on a stick. If someone promises us moon on a stick, they're offering something too good to be true. It's an over-the-top and impossible promise. 11th is ask for the moon. To ask for the moon means requesting something impossible again and impractical or making an unreasonable demand. 12th is moonwalk. It refers to peaceful walk in the moonlight. It was also made famous by Michael Jackson as his iconic dance move. 13th is moonshine. Moonshine means something that's produced or done in secret and mostly illegally. 14th is moon on the water. Describing something as a moon on the water means that it's elusive and difficult to grasp, much like the reflection of the moon on a rippling wave. 15th is howl at the moon. This idiom reflects the idea of expressing deep frustration or unhappiness. It is like wolf howling at the moon in despair and the moon is not even aware of it. 16th is man on the moon. Man in the moon. The man in the moon refers to the face-like pattern that we can see or imagine on the moon's surface. It highlights human imagination and whimsical nature. 17th is to cast beyond the moon. It reflects the idea of considering the unlikely possibilities in a positive sense. We can encourage our children to cast beyond the moon while thinking about their future. 18th is to go between moon and the milkman. It means to run away from a situation overnight. A businessman was in Mumbai last night, but now he has gone. He must have gone between the moon and the milkman is the example. 19th is the moon is made of green cheese. It points to something unreal or unlikely. For example, Rajpal is going to ask Madhuri to marry him. Yes, okay, like the moon is made of green cheese. 20th is to moon about something. It means to be sad about someone or something. It is important to stop mooning about a lost match and focus on the next one, is the example. 21st is bay at the moon, meaning trying to do something almost impossible. There is no point in baying at the moon unless we change the tactics to launch our product, can be example. 22 is to moon something away. It is to waste time crying over the past. After losing a deal, I mooned my vacation away instead of recharging my batteries. 23. To love someone to the moon and back. It means to love someone from the bottom of our hearts. Despite having different personalities, we are sure Sudha Murthy loves Narad Murthy to the moon and back. 24th is many moons ago. It means a long time ago. Many moons ago, I used to play cricket. Now I have stopped even watching Indian cricket. Can be the example. In short, the word moon reflects our unending fascination with the moon. So next time when we are under weather, just go for the moon. I understand that poets like Gulzar and Javed Akhtar will be mooning about the loss of romantic escapades, but I'm sure they will find a new moon to keep us enchanted and beguiled with their poetry. There's a lot of writing in languages like Marathi and Hindi on moon. We can cover it at a later date. I'm not going to touch Clint Eastwood's character William Mooney in his cult 1992 movie Unforgiven. Let us not allow a rocket to take our moon away from our fantasies and convert it into purely technical and commercial barren land. Be the moon to your earth. Help your earth control his or her high and low tides. Help them maintain their axial rotation. And above all, let us not miss the bus to the moon. Thank you very much.